Good morning. Today is day 6 and I keep thinking of things to say. I mean, one of the really important things for me was to have a one-stop shop. And I found in the United States, and I looked in Massachusetts and also in Florida, maybe 4 or 5 different dentists I had consultations with. And there was only one that did, from start to finish, the implants. Most of the dentists, you go to an oral surgeon for the implant, and then to like a cosmetic dentist for the prosthetic, for the teeth. And, for me, one really important thing was I did not want to see myself without teeth. I felt like if I ever saw that, that would be something, you just cannot unsee. So that was like really important to me. So here in Turkey, these facilities, they're basically, from A to Z, everything is done on site, including, and also it's a little scary. You're going to do some research and you're going to feel like, well, how are they going to know my situation? And I can tell you they've had every situation. You can send them information from dentists that you've had consultations with in the United States. But when you get here, the first thing when you meet with the dentist, before you even meet the oral surgeon, they'll take you to for the 360, like head x-ray, teeth, jaw x-ray, and they'll take pictures of you. And then like within seconds, that x-ray is sent to the oral surgeon. You'll have a meeting with him and he'll go through, everything. So you don't really need to bring anything from the United States. The other thing, in the United States, I was told to have like all of my teeth out, like all on 4 or all on 6 on the top. And the oral surgeon here said, listen, I can save some of your teeth. He said, implants are great, but there is nothing better than your natural teeth. And, he told me he could save a few of them. The reason why they suggest taking everything out in the United States is because it's cheaper. The cost of getting a crown and an implant is way more expensive than just taking all of your teeth out and putting 4 implants in and a full prosthetic over it. Here, I think a root canal was like $170 or something. Now that was last year. There's a lot of inflation here, but still it's like, cents on the dollar. The one thing, so the dental piece here I found it to just be pretty easy. The facelift, on the other hand, is more debilitating, right? Some of my friends are saying like, I'm here for 26 days and I'm alone. Like, are you bored? And the reality is, after the I did some tours, I could travel around, but after the facelift, there's really not much you can do. You can't swim, you can't go in the sun, you can't go to the gym, you can't go to the sauna, the steam room, the whirlpool, the Turkish bath. You can't really eat that much. So yeah, it's what I did yesterday. I decided to go shopping. And believe it or not, some people come to Antalya, like on vacation, to go shopping. There's a lot of, a few high-end malls here. There's like 3 tiers of shopping. There's high-end designer malls. There's like regular malls. And then there's the markets or the bazaars where, you go to haggle and buy knockoff merchandise. And actually, it is something to see. I mean, it's definitely something I would recommend doing. The markets, or the one in Lara, which is a part of Antalya, is humongous. It's probably 2 football fields. And there's everything from sneakers to t-shirts, pajamas, lingerie, perfume, makeup, purses, scarves, anything you can think of they have. And then also they have this unbelievably beautiful like farmer's market. And it's also like a football field of really beautiful, fresh produce. And so I'm from Boston, and we have the Haymarket there, it's great, but the Haymarket is items that are like about to expire. So when you go to Haymarket, you have to use those items right away. Here, this isn't like leftover or extra. It's all like beautiful, beautiful, fresh produce. And yeah, I didn't really buy anything except for some tomatoes because I can't cook really. Anyway, so I decided to go to the mall yesterday to kind of get a little excitement. And I'm not even a big shopper, but I thought, I'm here and I look different. I wanted to buy myself something fabulous, something, fashionable, whatever. So I must say, this is really disappointing, but you probably know all the sizes in Europe, and including Turkey, are smaller. And I don't really understand it because it's not necessarily that the people are smaller. I mean, of course, there's very svelte, beautiful people, but there's also like average, middle-aged, dumpy people. But so I'm usually like a medium or large in the United States. And I know from, historically that I need like an extra large here. So yeah, you don't really feel good, but I found this fabulous, fabulous shirt. Really unique, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that. And I took a couple of things. I went into the dressing room, and I have an extra large. I take off my clothes. Oh, and let me just remind you also, the air conditioning in Europe, including Turkey, is not like the US. So I don't even think they had air conditioning in the try-on room. And this was like a fancy store, so it's just, typical. So I get myself into this shirt, and it's an extra large. And I knew it kind of felt tight, and it's a little bit of a contraption. But I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Maybe it's gonna like just fit once I like get it over my head. Well, I really ended up getting myself stuck in this shirt. I was like hot. Now I'm not in a lot of pain, but I will say, my entire head is filled with stitches. Behind my ears, in front of my ears, maybe inside my ears, I don't even know. Under my chin, above my eyes, below my eyes. I'm sore, I'm red, I'm swollen, I have bruises. I had a headache, I can't see that well, I can't hear that well, and I'm stuck. And let me remind you, in a size extra large shirt. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get this thing off of me without hurting myself, because it was much easier to pull over than to have to go back up over these very tender ears of mine. Anyway, I ended up not buying anything and left. And yeah, the pool here is like really amazing. So that's what I'm going to do today. So some of the other things. I did interview another guy from the UK yesterday. I'm going to post his video. I'm also going to talk a little bit more about like tips and tricks. Some things like I wish I had brought with me a little bit of Vaseline. On currency, it's always good to have like single US dollars for tipping. You don't really use your currency that much, really. For taxis and tipping, I use my credit card for everything else. But yes, I will come back with my tips and tricks video. And I'm sure like all day I'm thinking of what else would be great to know. So I'm gonna keep a list and come back later or tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.